What's up, y'all? This your boy Shatek, the producer. We're here on Conversations on Film, the FlipDaNetwork episode, the FlipDaNetwork edition. All right, we here with three beautiful ladies, young ladies. Can you introduce yourself from the left to the right?
My name is Madi. I'm from Boston. I was born in Connecticut, raised in Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
My name's Ryah. I'm from PA.
Okay, my name is Asia. A lot of people call me Chink, but real name is Asia. This is my mom. This is my sister. I'm from PA and currently reside in Florida.
Okay. So, Mom, tell us how it was for you growing up.
Oh, wow. Growing up. Okay,
Growing
well, this is what my kids always wanted to know. It's funny that you asked that question. Growing up, I grew up with I have four brothers, but I was raised with three.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only female at home. So I was always with my brothers. I lived in Taunton, Mass. There's just so much to say. I'm not even gonna sit here.
All right, so let's start from when you were like 14, 15.
How was that?
That wasn't such a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
Oh, sorry.
It was super long time ago. I didn't. At that age, I was home a lot because I was the only female. So I had to be in the house. Like if I was outside and my mom was like, Marisol, and the boys would be like, oh, it's time to go in. It was time for me to go in before the lights came on. That's how it was. So my mom was very, very strict with me because I was the female, but my brothers were always outside.
Mm-hmm.
So at 14, I was always home playing with Barbie dolls, you know. Now, when I hit 16,
He was outside.
I was outside. I was outside. No, seriously. This is when I was really with my brothers. My brothers were showing me the street codes.
Was this in Boston or Connecticut?
Taunton.
Taunton. Okay.
Yeah, Boston.
All right.
Yeah, I was outside. Like I was with my brothers. They were showing me a lot of things, you know, street-wise.
Whenever when you was
You said what?
she's a gangster.
No, I'm
low.
not.
But like when you was like 14, 15, whatever, you said you was inside, was you close to Mata?
Oh, yeah, I was very close to my mom.
Okay.
Like me and my mom would sit outside. I mean, no, we would sit in the window and just be looking outside.
Oh, so y'all see,
Yeah,
this is why
like-
you be telling me I'm gonna be that one person. So
That's
on the
like
porch.
a core memory you have.
Yeah, like me and my mom would sit, like when it would snow, because you know Boston, we used to get like blizzards. We would sit there and look out the windows and just sit there and she'll be talking. She'll drink her little beer.
Aww.
Yeah.
So, was Dad around?
No.
He wasn't.
Nah, I wasn't raised with my dad. Like I knew him, of
Mhm.
course. He lived in Connecticut.
Okay.
But no, I wasn't raised with my dad.
Okay. So, so the upbringing since that age, right? How would you explain it? Would it be like you had a smooth upbringing, mom was good, the whole, you know, you lived in like a suburban neighborhood, that type of thing, or was it more of an urban thing?
It was more urban. It
Oh.
was more, I lived in the projects.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I was raised, like I had everything. You know what I mean? My mom, it was like my mom was strong. She never let us see the struggle.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But we lived in the projects. My mom's house, you go in my mom's house, always clean. Of course, you know, the plastic on the covers of the couches. My mom always had dinner for us when we got out of school. But we, as teenagers, we was outside watching the drug dealers, you know, all that stuff that my mom thought we didn't know what was going on.
You already knew.
You see what I'm saying? And my stepdad used to sell drugs. I remember coming home from school and they raided my mom's house. Ooh. Bless you.
Thank you.
They raided my mom's house, and we're like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like my room was tore up, like bad. But yeah, like I was raised in the projects, yeah.
So what's one of the earliest memories of knowing that you were raised in the projects opposed to being raised in like a suburb area? Like, did you go to school and have different people and, you know, they kind of like told you like, you know, you live in the projects, we live, you know, what that type of thing?
That was just me. Like, no, I didn't. It seems like we was in our own little world. You see what I'm saying? It was just like I was in the projects, got on the bus, went to school. We was around, you know, preppy kids and stuff like that. But we didn't see their lives. I only seen my life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I got home and did the same every day. So when I got older and I left, you know, I'm seeing the world. It's like, I know the struggle. I know how it is to be around drugs and guns and all that stuff. Like, can't nobody tell me, like, you ain't never been in the projects. You ain't never lived this life. Yes, I have.
So you said live this life, right? So did you partake in any of the street activities?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. My brothers taught me how to sell drugs.
So you sold drugs at a point in your
Yeah.
life?
What kind of drugs did you sell?
Yeah.
Huh?
So what kind of drugs did you sell?
Crack cocaine.
God damn.
The hard shit, right?
Hard shit.
That's back. Y'all gotta understand.
Back in the day, that's
back
how
in
it
the days,
was.
that's what it was. You see what I'm saying? It was, even though it was cocaine and stuff like that, but crack cocaine was big back then.
They was smoking that shit like it was cigarettes.
And what's crazy is that he was even teaching me how to cut up soap and put it in little baggies. And yeah,
What did they call that back then? Was it Ready Rock or something like that? Something fake, like it's the soap, right?
yeah, it was a soap, but I don't know. Yeah, like,
You know, you could have got killed for that.
of course.
No, God.
Of
you
course.
wasn't scared for that.
No, I wasn't scared. And it was like the fiends were like, I don't know, like, you got to understand, when we in the projects, it was one way in and one way out.
Right.
You go in,
They
you
don't
take
catch
that
you
drug,
out.
you don't come back in here with that bullshit. For real. You knew once you hit that corner, you left, it's a wrap.
So did you ever get in trouble with the law selling drugs?
Nah. Never got caught. I never got caught, knock on wood. But
Right.
You don't do that no more.
Right. So you're knocking on wood. You don't need to knock.
you know what's crazy? That y'all looking at me funny, but I was selling
You got
cocaine
something?
at one point.
When?
It was a lot. It was a
Nah,
while ago. It was a while ago.
Run that shit back.
The statutes of limitations is up when she used to do it. So
All right.
Yeah, like it was a long time ago, and I was actually going for my GED, and you can believe that my
That was
listen, my GED teacher said, "Hey, Marty," and he just sat me down. He's like, "Hey, be careful what you're doing," and I was like, "What?" That was it for me. That's all he had to tell me.
He already knew. It was
Someone must have told him,
wow.
so I stopped. I already had both of y'all.
How old
I know
was
when
he?
you were getting your GED.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know that. I
was like,
remember
what?
that
I was
time.
like 5,
Wait a
6,
minute.
You wasn't born yet.
Mom, when you were trying to get your GED.
No,
wasn't
you
born
wasn't
yet.
born yet.
I promise you, it was just them two.
Is this when we lived like on 2nd Street?
Popular Avenue.
Wow. See, that's crazy.
Yep. So I said, let me stop because I have y'all too. You know what I mean? Like, the fast money. Trust me, when they say it's addictive, when you
Mom was
get
a
you when
real
you
nigga,
start
y'all.
getting in, you're like, damn. You kind of like say, fuck it, I'm still gonna get my money. But and then I looked at y'all and I was like, nah, I can't do this.
So how old was you when you had your first kid?
19.
19.
Yep.
Okay. And how was that for you?
It was really hard when I had Deja. It was really hard because that's when I was in Florida, and I was with her dad.
All right, hold on. All right, rewind. So you said you went to Florida, right?
Yeah.
What reason did you go to Florida?
I remember this story.
My brother's girlfriend was like, my oldest brother was like dating this girl, and she was like, let's go to Florida. So I was like, all right, let's go. So I left. I just left. My mom, I just left.
Mom didn't go crazy? Like,
Nah, my stepdad died at that time. So my mom was like kind of down.
So you left around that time?
I was a teenager. I was
That's
wilding.
crazy. It's crazy.
I was wilding. So I left. And the crazy part about it is that I left. I was 17 years old. Didn't know what was going on. Nothing. We were staying in hotels. Like, I wasn't eating like that. It was like,
Were you still in school though?
no, I dropped out of high school.
To go to Florida?
Yeah.
Wow. She
I
said,
left.
"Fuck it, I'm about
I
to live my
left. I
life."
got up and left. And we were sitting in hotels. We was jumping from hotels to hotels. Then I met Deja's dad. And we started talking, and
then you got pregnant.
I got pregnant.
So what did you do for work or anything while you were out there?
I was this crazy that he asked me that, because I started working at a daycare, because this is when I got pregnant with Deja. I figured I could work in a daycare and Deja could be with me. And that's what I had to do to have her. And that's what I used to do. I worked in a daycare.
Mm.
Did you know that?
No, but I'm getting a little emotional because it's all I ever wanted.
Aw.
No, for real.
So I see you have, how many kids do you have in total?
4.
4 kids.
Yep.
Okay. And so if Deja was your first.
Yep.
Your second was
Asia.
Deja. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then your third?
Me.
Ryah.
Ryah. Okay. And how old is your youngest?
10.
10. So do all of you guys have the same dad or
No.
no?
Me and the youngest have the same dad.
Okay.
And me and the oldest have different dads.
Oh.
Both of our dads are from Florida, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how was that like having multiple children with different dads and stuff like that? Was that like rough? Sometimes it could be a little, rough. I'm a father of 3. I have 3 daughters' moms, so it gets kind of shaky for me. How is that with you with with your guys?
I guess it was when I was younger, because I really wanted the relationship to work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I was engaged to Deja's dad
Okay.
when I was pregnant. I caught him cheating.
Mm.
Like, I went to the girl's house and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You a bad?
Did you
Didn't
beat
I
her?
say she was
Did you
crazy
beat her
about
up?
No, she was so scared of me.
Mm.
She was so. I seen the shoes on the door, and I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." So I took the ring off and threw it away, and that was it.
And that was over.
It was over.
So y'all never had a... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Y'all never had a conversation about it?
No, it was over. Like, I went. This is the crazy part, because I was already pregnant to Deja's dad, and since he did that, there was this dude that I was liking, and I was like, all right, I got something for him. This, I went to go see him, and Deja's dad went and knocked on this dude's door and was like, go get her. I was so embarrassed.
Why?
So embarrassed, because I was in the closet.
Oh, my God.
I was in the closet.
How he know?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
He found me. He was like, tell her to come out. I just came out with a smile on my face. I was like, all right. I couldn't do nothing, right? I can't do nothing. I got caught.
So y'all did have a conversation.
I mean, he got in the car. He's like, I'm not even mad at you.
Of course not, because he cheated.
Yeah.
Right. He's not. And then the bad part about it, though, is that when I had Deja, he questioned Deja. He came to the hospital and brought me flowers and balloons.
But
And-
he wanted to know if it was his.
He was like, is that my child? I said, you could walk out. Of course it was his child. And then when they took me outside, I just threw the flowers away and let the balloons go.
You were so cold-hearted. But
No, I
you were so
wasn't.
hurt, though.
I was
You were hurt.
All right.
But
Oh.
that was that. But it was shaky at first with both of your dads. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was young. We were all young at the same, you know what I mean? But with her dad, I was with him 13 years. So we grew on each other. We was learning each other. We had 2 beautiful daughters.
I feel like by the
And
time,
he's a great dude. Like, all your dads is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like they all grew.
yeah, like
Everyone
we all,
grows.
yeah.
Right. So, growing up, did you ever expect your life to go the way that it did? Like, what was the fairy tale opposed to the reality?
Being honest with you, I didn't have a fairy tale because it's the way I was brought up. I was like, it is what it is.
Right.
But when I left, since I went through so much, I'm gonna say mild trauma because it was me having my kids so young. I didn't think like you. I don't know.
What was the roughest part of being a teenage mom?
It's okay, Mom. Don't cry. You made me cry.
Just having to do it all by myself. Just having to raise my daughters by myself. And that's why I'm so strong.
Right.
It's hard to talk about.
we love you for it, Mom. We're grateful for you.
And we see it.
We see it.
We've seen it for a very long time. We.
But I don't regret nothing. Nothing. I'm happy the way my life is. You know what I mean? Like,
You went through a journey.
I went,
Trials
I
and
did.
tribulations
Mm-hmm.
to
I
get
did.
to.
And I wanted to raise y'all right. And I pat myself on the shoulder, like on my back, because I know I raised y'all right.
You did a wonderful job.
That's always beautiful especially when your kids appreciate it, regardless of the situation. So what were some of the things that you had to do to like take care of them at the time?
I
You selling drugs. You said that.
No, that's when I was a teenager. When I had Deja, I was living with friends. Like, I didn't have money for milk, diapers. Like, my friends were helping me. My brothers were helping me. They were working at stores where they could be like, "Oh, Mari, I got you." Like, yeah, for Deja, because I was so young, I didn't know much. You see what I'm saying? So it was just like everything was so new to me. That was the hardest. I went through a lot with Deja.
Yeah.
First one?
Right. So, all right. So you go on to have 3 other kids. Is all girls?
All girls.
All girls. You're a girl mom. I'm a girl dad. Right. I just had a grandson.
Really?
Yes, I
Oh
just
my
had a
gosh.
grandson. You have any grands yet?
I do. I have a grandbaby. She is my
Okay.
heart.
Oh, that's you. Oh, okay. You gave her the grandma.
Yes, she did. She's awesome.
Yeah.
That is my baby.
Right. So, you said, your brothers and everyone helped you going along. And did all the children live with you?
Oh yeah, all my
Okay.
children live with me. Yep.
Okay. All the children live with you. All right. So the second in command, right? That's her, right? Asia.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
The second in command. So growing up with your mom and everything, how was it growing up with your mom and your other sibling?
Honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. I was the middle child, so I was the badass.
Does she
Yeah,
count
don't
as
let
a
her
middle
fool
child?
you.
Does she
Yeah,
count as a
I
middle
do.
child? So what am I?
Nah, that one right there.
That's the middle child.
She
I
gave
was-
me hell.
I would say that I was the badass. I was the rebel, honestly.
For sure.
And I was also closed off in a way. Like, I feel like I wasn't very social in a way. I remember at one point I was called antisocial, but it's just like I kept to myself. But I also, me and my mom, we didn't have that connection back then because I I was me and she was her, and like we didn't get to the point where we are now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like meaning, I felt like I couldn't go to my mom to talk about certain things. Like I feel like I was just too scared to have a conversation with her. So like I resulted to my dad. But like growing up with my siblings, I mean, I would say we was cool. You know what I mean? Me and my older sister, we would bump heads, but it'd be over like dumb stuff, like over the PlayStation, who wants first player type shit. One day we got in a fight over that. And then she made us hug after.
Oh my!
But like,
yeah, they would fight, and I would make them hug right after.
Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, I feel like, you know, growing up with my mom, I feel like we lived in a semi-strict household. Like, she wanted to protect, you could tell she wanted to protect us from the outside world. So a lot of things, I feel like me and my older sister, we learned from our friends.
Right.
I feel like I'm like jittery, but like we learn from our friends or whatever. So like, even when it comes to like smoking weed, I remember the first time I like even smelt weed was from Ryan, her dad. He would smoke in the bathroom like we didn't know, and then he would leave like little bags on the window. I'm like, what is this?
Bags
This
of
nigga-
what?
Bags of weed, crumbles of weed. I'd be like, this
okay.
nigga smoking. Like, but I didn't know, like, I didn't know what, like, weed was as much. You know what I mean? I know you could smoke it, but I didn't know, like, what the purpose of it was. And so I was like,
I remember
13.
him rolling up in front of me. Like,
Who, him?
yeah, he used to roll up on movie cases.
What?
Right?
The
You don't
CDs,
remember that?
DVDs?
No, like DVD, like movies. Like
the
and
DVDs.
he'd be breaking down like a Swisher right in front of me, and I'd be like, "What is that?" And he'd be like, it's grown people candy or something."
Grown
people
And I remember one time you told him like he got to stop doing that around me. I
yeah.
remember, yeah. But I used to be like, "What's that?" Like, yeah.
man, nah, but I think, like, growing up, it was kind of funny, though. I did a lot of dumb shit with me and my sister. I feel like I was, like, the ringleader of getting in trouble.
Right.
Like, she only got beat by association, honestly.
She really did.
But like other than that, I don't know. I just feel like it's just so much growing up. It's so many memories, honestly. Like,
so what's one of your funnest memories?
oh my
Like that you'll never forget. Like, oh, I can't believe this happened.
god. Okay, I got two. I got two.
Wait a minute, because the one that you told me when I was at work, when y'all left.
Y'all
Hold on,
snuck
wait. That's
out?
what I'm about to
Yeah,
say.
that
So
one?
look, there's two of them. Okay, so the first one is the first time that I ever smoked weed. I was 13, and we had these. I was 13. It was on the rooftop. We was on the roof. So like our window, we lived. So remember 1044 Stony Bridge, but we had an upstairs and downstairs. Me and my older sister, we shared a room. We had bunk beds, and we got to a point where we separated the bunk beds and we put them next to each other. So she had one side, the other side. So one night we had a neighbors. They was white. It was white people. No offense to white people, but they was smoking weed. So I thought. So one day we was having a conversation, whatever, and I'm like, you know what, Deja, like, we should try it. Like, let's smoke. Let's see what's gonna happen or whatever. So our neighbor brought us on top of the roof. And we were smoking, but whole time I wasn't smoking weed. I was smoking K2.
What?
Swear
Hold
to
on,
God.
wait. How old are you?
I was 13.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm about to be 26.
Oh yeah, that K2 was around that time.
Yeah.
That first came out. That's crazy.
I was
Okay.
smoking K2, and like me and Deja, we both hit it though. Deja didn't feel nothing. I'm like, I don't know about you,
Hold
but
on, did Deja tell this story? Cause you snitching on Deja.
no, we've been talking about this story. I ain't gonna hold you. Wait, have you heard the story before?
Never. I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here like,
Snap. All right, so look.
Hold on. Wait. Is that when I came home and the
No,
the window-
no,
Oh,
that's
so
another
look at
another
this.
I never heard
occasion.
about this.
Oh my God.
We
got
both was on the
exclusives.
roof, chilling, and we was taking hits of it. But Deja said she wasn't feeling nothing. Me, I was high as a kite. We got back, and this is when you still had Chloe, the dog. But what was it, Boston Terrier?
Yeah.
We still had her. So we go back in the window, whatever. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm laughing." I look at the TV. You know, there's a TV where you turn the light, press the button, it's blue, whatever. The room is spinning. And I'm laughing hard as hell. She's like, "What's so funny? I don't feel nothing." I'm like, "Bro, what?"
Mind you, they're what, 14 and 13?
13 and 14.
Yeah, so they're back to back.
Literally. And she's like, "Bro, you're getting on my nerves, da da da." I'm just laughing hard as hell. That was one night. That was probably the most funniest night for me. And then the second one, my mom used to work third shift. So she would go to work at 11 at night, come back at 7 in the morning.
Yep.
11 to 7.
Yep.
So one day, because my mom, like I said, she was semi-strict. We wasn't really allowed outside like that, like parties and stuff like that. And so we got 14, 15, around that age, I would say.
Shit.
So
Probably
we,
even older.
Not even a little older.
No, I remember. I
Y'all
remember
used to go to the roller skating ring, and that was
yeah,
too much for me.
You're right. We did go to the roller skating ring, but so we had our group of friends or whatever. It was like I remember it was Stanley and I forgot somebody else. Shout out to my homeboy. But so we would always want to go to this park. It's called Second Street. Everybody goes there. So one night, me and her was like, "Yo, let's walk to Second Street." Mind you, we live kind of like in the cut from out of town. We decided to walk all the way there. We found a bike. I forgot where we found a bike at, but it was only me and her. So I had to ride the bike and had Deja on the front. We went through this dark path where the pond was all the way around there. We was only there for like maybe for a good 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Just chilling at the park, not doing nothing, chilling. Next thing you know, we're like, all right, bro, we got to get back to the house because mom's about to start coming home. Bro, on the way back home, tire went flat on the bike. We're running, stopping. And it's a dark ass road. Like that was the scariest time for me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, bro, I was bold and brave. But we got back when the sun was coming up. It was like 6:30.
Oh,
6:30, 30 minutes before she put up to the house.
What?
We left evidence. And what was it? Shoes on the roof, right?
Shoes on the roof.
The screen was out the window.
Wow.
But we was trying so hard to get back in. The one day, was it me or Deja? One of us, we tried to take Ryan's car.
What?
Yeah.
I ought to beat your ass now.
No, for real. No, but I don't know if Ryan or you was like somebody trying to get in the car. It was something. I forgot what it was. Yeah, we was on some nut shit.
Right.
Because we wanted to be outside so bad. We wanted to hang around friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, because my mom didn't really let us out. She didn't let us stay the night at people's houses.
Oh.
I ain't started staying the night at someone's house until I was in 8th grade. Wow. 8th grade.
Yeah.
Dominique.
Yeah.
Dominique Kemp. That was my first sleepover.
I had to know who those girls were.
You met the parents and all?
Yeah.
She didn't play that shit.
Nope.
Right. So that was one of the funniest moments. What was one of the realest moments? Like, oh shit, like something that you got in trouble with.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. She got a whole.
I got a
list.
book.
You got a book?
Do you remember? Was it something online that someone said
Oh,
your daughter was online?
Wait.
Twitter with your heels.
Oh, with my heel.
I had MySpace. Hold on.
Oh yeah, MySpace, not Twitter. Not Twitter.
First of all, I had a PSP, right? That was like, one of those hot devices back in the day in the DS. But I loved the PSP. So like what I would do though, I was a hot ass. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even cap. But cause like I said, like my mom didn't really teach us certain things. So I was exploring, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Exploring the internet, exploring myself, you know what I'm saying? So
Listen, she was
all right, Dora.
cutting her hair.
I was cutting my hair, cutting my eyebrows. I was doing all types of shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I had MySpace and I had a picture with her heels on. I had a picture with her heels on, the red ones. And you know how the heels were back in the day when the women went out to the club and shit like that, looked like little Barbie doll heels, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had those on. They didn't even fit my feet.
What's crazy
Did
is
they fit my feet?
they had skulls on them.
Yo.
They were like the red with the
I remember
skulls.
they had like design.
Yeah, they were like.
Oh my God, I can't. But yeah, I had that and I had messages and posts and all types
Her
of shit.
dad called me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got my ass beat that day.
Oh, did she?
I got my ass beat.
So you just had on heels? That's it? Like what
No. It was just the conversation.
The way she was talking. Like, do you see how your daughter's talking?
It was real
like,
cringy.
It was bad. It was bad. I tore her ass up.
Like, it was, yeah. I'm just like, between a little girl and a little boy, if I'm saying, they're just talking just hot shit.
She
Right.
was
Hot shit, unnecessary shit, really. But that was a time. But then, yeah.
All right. You like tell us how it was. Well, you're still growing up, right? How old are you?
20.
Oh yeah, you're still growing up too.
Yeah.
So how was it for you with your mom and your sisters?
I had a great childhood. I had both of my parents. They were a lot older than me, so I was kind of like closed off, like always in my room, like doing my own thing. I was always with my mom. My parents were my best friends. Like,
Right.
they were older, always getting in trouble. Like, memories that I remember is Juju always getting her ass beat. And yeah, Deja just like being there. And sometimes she used to be such a cat. She used to try to blame everything on Juju,
Oh
but
my God.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Only positive things from my childhood for sure. I had
Ryah
everything.
Ryah was the closest to me.
Ryah was the old school kid though. She would sing all the Michael Jackson songs, all the
Oh,
Temptation
yeah.
songs.
She
That's one
was-
thing I remembered.
Her dad,
Yeah, my
though, her
dad.
dad is like old soul, so he taught her a lot of old music. The Temptations.
That's one thing I loved about it.
What?
Cause she wouldn't sing the things that we sing nowadays. She would sing all the old stuff.
Tupac,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
That was good though.
Tupac.
Oh, she
Tupac's
loves
my favorite.
She loves him.
So what made you get into Tupac though? At 20 years old, Tupac died like 25,
First of
30
all,
years
let me-
ago.
First off, I don't know. I don't know Tupac. Tupac just
She's
like
the gangster.
yeah. Like, I really love Cali. Like they know that. Like so I
Yes.
fell in love with like I don't know, just
the
the whole
style.
yeah, like the whole vibe, the style, all that. Like I don't know. Tupac just
Just he's him.
he's just him.
Right.
He's a legend.
Okay, so you made her grandma, right?
Yes, I did.
How old
No.
is your child?
She's 4 going on 5 this year.
Another girl. Okay. 4
Yes,
going on
it
5.
is. Name
So-
is Serenity.
So were you like, were you and your mom cool enough to where you like, Mom, I'm pregnant? Or was it like, damn, do I tell her I'm pregnant? And what's going to happen?
Honestly, so I was afraid to tell my mom that I was pregnant. The first person I told was my other sister, Navia.
Uh-huh.
And that's on my dad's side. The second person I told was Deja.
Okay.
And then I told my mom. I had to like really like confirm that I was pregnant. Like at first I was tripping. I took three of them at home and I was like, nah. I gotta go to the doctor and confirm this. But then when I told my mom, like her response was more so like, you know, are you ready for this type deal? Like,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
because she was what?
20.
And going on 21.
Oh yeah, I was 20 going on 21.
You were 20?
Yeah.
That's me right now.
Yeah.
I found out three months before my 21st birthday.
Wow.
I was sick.
I'm not going to lie. I cried. I
Yeah.
cried.
I didn't know you cried.
I cried because I'm like, I feel like I wanted y'all to just enjoy your 20s. And not to say that Serenity, because she is my heart. You don't understand. Like, but I was like, I want y'all to grow up, have fun. And having a child is like, you got to pause life. You know what I mean? That's your life right there. Nothing,
Put the mic a little to you.
nothing, you know what I mean, matters but your child. You see what I'm saying? So it was just like, Juju's gonna learn that you can't party now. Like this ain't, I'm all right, Serenity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was that's why I cried, but I'm the happiest grandma in the world.
I didn't think you were 20. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, she was
but-
going on 21.
So that's a year after mom had her first kid.
Yeah. A year after she had hers.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy though? Like, when I found out I was pregnant, I was more upset just because of the simple fact that my 21st birthday was coming and I was just worried about, I'm about to turn the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. I'm going to eat and bringing my ass back home.
Yeah.
But I was real nervous, honestly, because like I was real flustered, I would say. Because in my head, I'm like, I am not in a position to raise no child. I ain't got my own car. I don't have my own apartment. I still stay with my dad. You know what I mean? Like, my dad didn't even know. My dad was damn near almost the last person to find out.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like no father wants to know. Like, no,
Yeah.
their firstborn is pregnant and
I just went through it. Go ahead.
damn. You know what I mean? Like no father wants to hear that, especially like with somebody they were with and then they just don't want to be with them anymore because they're pregnant.
Yeah, that's
So
that's hard.
I would say like my first 6 months of my pregnancy was I was in a depression, honestly, because I felt like I didn't have anybody.
Right.
So the person who really got me through my pregnancy, honestly, is my sister Navia. She was really there for me. She would always, pray with me, call me and stuff like that and check on me because I didn't get checked on, like, besides y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you checked
Oh,
on, of
no,
course you
yeah.
checked on me, you feel what I'm saying? I'm carrying your first.
You lived with us whenever you
No,
were pregnant.
I moved back when I was 5 months.
Yeah,
The
she
first
did.
5 months I was with my dad.
Okay.
And my dad was going through like a situation with his ex-girlfriend, so it wasn't like I felt really secluded, like I didn't have nobody.
She was going through it.
I was in a room all the time by myself. My dad, he was always out or doing something. I didn't have no car to go nowhere, so I was just like
Stuck.
I was stuck. I felt stuck, and I'm just like, my dad's about to break up with his ex-girlfriend. I'm going back to my mom's. I need to be around somebody,
and
love, and you know what I'm
security.
saying?
Yeah.
I need to be around a
Security,
woman
right.
that can be around other women, especially one that has experience. She has 4 kids.
Right.
So I came back to my mom's. My sister was still there. She was in my old room, and I was on the couch.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was on the couch.
Wait.
Belly getting big. This is right before you moved out.
Yeah.
Before you moved to Ryan's.
Oh.
And
Damn, I feel
I'm on the
bad.
couch, belly getting big, and I'm just like, you know.
She just got here though.
Oh, okay.
And
It was
then we
sad
left.
for me a little bit. It was definitely sad for me a little bit because, you know, I wanted that relationship with my child's father, but
Did you feel like you pushed him away because you didn't want to be with him?
no, he broke up with me the moment I said that I was keeping the child. He was like, well,
What?
he said if you keep the baby, you're single.
That's hard.
Wow,
That's
that's-
hard.
And that, like, it tore me down. Like, he was more calm about the situation because I think he already had in his mind, like, oh, she's getting an abortion. You know what I mean? Because, like, at first I was almost gonna go towards what he was saying, but I'm like, wait a minute, like, what about how I feel about it?
Right.
Because when I went and found out how far I was already like a month and a half. You know, and I heard the heartbeat, and I'm like, oh man,
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's-
mean? So it's just like, it kind of messed me up inside because I'm like, damn, like we never had a conversation about even keeping it, nothing like that. Everything was just like, oh, this is gonna ruin my life, and I'm the one carrying the child.
Right.
You get to move around, you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ended up making that decision, and I chose to keep her. And the reasons why I kept her, honestly, is because I had no responsibilities before her, and I was just reckless. I didn't have a care in the world. I'd go outside broke as hell, because I know I was going to be able to get in somewhere with the people who was around me. That's how I was moving. But when I was pregnant with her, I'm like, this is about to teach me responsibility. This is about to put me on my A game for real. And that's exactly what she did.
So so you feel like she changed your whole life?
She changed my life. Like, not a 360, because 360 you going right back around. 180. She changed it for the better, honestly. Like, I see life totally different.
Right. So, Mom, emotionally for you, how was that? I know you said you didn't want her to be pregnant. You wanted her to live her life and enjoy her life. Emotionally for you, did you think about it like how I'm gonna emotionally support my child and her child? Like, they came to she came back to move with you, and it was like,
I was ready. I was ready. Like, she was already big, and I'm like, I can't wait. I cannot wait. It was good. It was good.
Honestly,
I was just so ready just to meet Serenity. Like,
I feel like that time for me, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that brought us closer.
you might pull it. It's like the cord part. Push
This.
further. Yeah, make sure that's it.
this one?
Yeah. Is that
That's it?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around that time, excuse me, when I came back, I feel like that was the most time that I felt, hold on, the most love. Honestly, like I said, I felt very depressed or whatever, and I'm still trying to get over that situation and really cope with it. But whenever I came back, I still remember that whole video. I had a blue dress on. Sage came down screaming. She was so excited. I was so happy because I'm like, yo, I'm back with my family. Like, this is the love that I needed. But between me and you, though, like, that was the most amazing time for me because the love that I got from you around that time was the love that I've always wanted when I was growing up. So I was like, damn, like, I feel like the only child right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know what? It's not that I didn't show you love. It's that you secluded yourself
I
from
did.
being so close to me because, you know, Deja is close to me. Deja always talked to me.
that's what I'm saying. I always felt like it was easy for her.
Because you was bad as shit.
Yeah.
That's why when you're bad, you don't want to be around someone that's gonna beat your ass.
You were scary though,
and
because I wasn't bad, and I was scared to talk to you about certain things too.
Okay, because I was strict.
So
You were-
Yeah.
scary how?
Not scary, just like she's strict. Like mom did not play none of that.
Pretty much you could say it's her way or no way.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm
Like,
saying? She not gonna hear what you're saying. She gonna hear what she's saying.
Right. So what I'm into signs, astrology a little bit. What is your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, that's why.
Exactly.
That's why.
That's exactly what it is.
Scary
Every
ass
Leo is telling you. Telling you.
Yep. Flip is a Leo.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yep.
I know you probably bump heads with him sometime. Maybe. Have you?
What? That motherfucker threw my coffee away today.
Oh nah.
So I got beef with him right now.
Wow. So and what's your sign?
Gemini.
Gemini and
I'm a Gemini Cancer cusp.
okay. So emotional Maddie.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Literally.
Right.
All my kids have their different personalities. This one, I was gonna say, Ryah was kind of mean, but
Ryah was
like
the
she's
dickhead.
growing up, so it's like, huh?
I said Ryah was the dickhead.
No, I wasn't. When I was younger. When I was
Ryah,
younger.
you were
when
a
you-
snitch.
Oh yeah, she always told.
Yeah,
She
it
always
was.
told.
She's the one who, you know what?
Yes, she did.
She's the one who
Yes, she
told
did.
me when I was
You
15 years
close
old.
to me, mommy. You was close to me. You always told me everything.
You was the
I
snitch,
did.
bro.
What happened when we was 15?
15, I was in the bathroom. I had an iPod I wasn't supposed to have,
yes.
Carl.
Yes.
She's like, Mom, you know she's up there with that.
With
nigga. I was on
iPod.
punishment, I think, at that time.
She
too.
got beat bad. I felt so bad afterwards.
But yeah, Ryah is. She's now that she's older, she's more like loving and like if Sage would say something or be mean to me, she'd be like, I know you're not talking to mom like that. Where before she would like argue with me. This one right here?
No, what it
Yeah.
was
Which-
is because we didn't even talk about that. When I got in high school, my parents broke up, and that's when Sage was born. And it was like a fight between. It was like I was in the middle, my mom was on this side, and my dad was on this side. And I love them. I grew up with both of them, so it was hard to just like he'd be mad at her, she'd be mad at him. And it was like I don't know. I lived with her, so she would always. She didn't like my dad at the time, so. And I reminded you of him a lot.
Yeah, so she was mean. You know what I mean? She would be mean.
It was-
But now it's like,
yeah.
Mom, you know what I mean? I love you. You know, she's like, and she was the closest though. Mm-hmm. She was.
I
to my hip.
remember.
I am her favorite, for the record.
She always says that she's my favorite.
Just keep it above.
Like what? Let's keep it up.
All right. So let's fast forward to today, right? And what are you guys doing like for either a living or like? All right. First of all, how do y'all find Flip, and how did Flip find y'all?
Well, Flip found me. He just told me this. He found me on the Explore page. And to be honest, I didn't even know who he was
Wow.
from the jump. I had just seen somebody who shared my page, was like, y'all shout out, follow my @name. She's a dancer, podcast host, singer, whatever. And I'm like, I reposted. I was like, oh, that was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was random.
Uh-huh.
So he must have went through my page, looked at my bio, and just reposted it. And then I had like 7-8 people DM me like, yo, you know who that is? Da-da-da. I'm like, no, I don't. I just reshared the post.
Right.
It's like, yo, like that's Flip from the podcast. You ain't never see his videos. They went viral. He'd be doing a whole bunch of dumb shit. I was like, no.
You
So
didn't know either.
So then when I looked it up, I remember seeing those crazy ass videos, the one of him and his son in the
that's-
car when he
yeah.
Right.
did that dumb ass shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's him. And then I seen him on him and Joe Budden's podcast. I was like, okay. And then after that, he was DMing me and he was like, yo, cam up. In my head, I'm like, what's cam up? I think it's go live. so then I'm like, okay, I got the gist of it. And he was like, go live. So I went live and we just started having a conversation. It was cool. It was cool vibes. The energy was there. And I was like, yo, this nigga cool as fuck. Like, he funny. He's a New York nigga. And for me, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm not a big fan of New York. I'm not. My bad to all the New Yorkers. But like, it's just.
Opposite over here.
It is. Like, I love. She loved New York.
She does.
I love the South. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, hearing him speak, New Yorkers are funny as shit.
Right.
They really are. And I'm like, yo, like, this dude really cool as hell. And then after that, like,
I popped in the live.
yeah, like my mom, and anytime my mom is on anything that I'm on, like, I'm gonna always be like, yo, this is my mom. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Right.
like I cherish my mom. You feel my mom is cool as hell. People
Yeah.
hate our relationship.
They was
Wow.
like, man, we love the relationship you guys have.
but they love it. They just like, yo, that's cool. You can hang out with your mom and you can hang out with your daughters and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, this is my mom. So she cammed up. This your mom? Yeah, that's my mom. That's my mom right here.
Yo, I love Flip.
Yeah.
He's cool as shit.
So after that, we just became cool, and I'm like, yo, this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know Flip?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No, but then we started looking at his videos, and I remember seeing one of his viral videos whenever he was in the car, like getting lit, and then the cereal, pow. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that a while ago. Yeah,
the one we was in with Tiana.
Tiana Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was funny. She socked the shit out that nigga.
Right.
But there's a lot of like people on social media that I've seen their videos and I don't know their names.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so
Same.
in a sense, I did already know who he was, but didn't know this is like, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what do you think about the platform that he has? I know once you click on it, it's like mayhem with
Comedy.
everybody.
Yeah, it's comedy. It's
Bro,
hilarious.
that's something like you could just click on it and like you really be tuned in. It catches
Tuned
your
in.
attention.
I was just about
like,
to say, yep.
Some things you be like, nah, it's some bullshit. But you click on that, you be like, what the fuck is going on in
Right.
this shit? But it's entertaining.
It is.
You feel what I'm saying? This is something like I love to laugh.
Right.
And that's something that I would watch.
Yep.
He goes live every day and I'm clicking on that shit every day because I know some shit's gonna be on here.
Something. You know, you expect something from him all the time.
But I think his platform, that what he has going on, I think is really cool because like you don't have too many people doing the things that he's doing just because the simple fact that like you're almost putting people on by like giving them exposure in a way. So like you're hearing how other people have their different perspectives on things, and I think it's nice.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So you said you sang and you sang?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask you to sing if you don't want to sing.
I'm not.
Okay.
My nose is running like I sound crazy.
And you do podcasting and stuff like that as well?
So I just started a podcast with my partner DJ Zay. Shout
Okay.
out to him. He's down in Florida. He's actually from Brooklyn.
Okay.
And he stays down in Tampa. And our
See,
podcast.
look at you doing business with Brooklyn niggas from New York.
You know what I'm
You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, then you got Queens Flip.
That's
Like,
crazy.
this is crazy. Like, this is all
He got a
New
big ass
York.
tat with Brooklyn on his arm.
Yeah.
But we just started a podcast called It's a Real Thing.
Okay.
And we aim for like mental health and things like that. And we try to, you know, bring on people, entrepreneurs, people that have a story, and you know, we want to bring them on to tell people like you can do anything you put your mind to. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we don't always want to bring on people that already have status.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we want to know the people down here. How, like, what are you doing to get where you're going? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But they're known. You feel what I'm saying? They're known to a certain extent.
Got you.
yeah.
And Mom, are you doing any type of entertainment stuff?
No, I work. I just work.
Or? Okay.
I work with juveniles.
All right. So you keep them in check?
Yeah, I mean, somewhat.
Okay. Got you. And tell
Who's
us about
Ryah?
you. Ryah?
Yeah, I'm on social media. I do live streams of like makeup on TikTok,
Uh-huh.
and that's where I got a lot of my followers. I do little trends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I thought that my TikTok followers came to my Instagram, but now my Instagram has more than TikTok. So
Wow. Usually it's the other way around. Like
Yeah.
TikTok never catch up to Instagram and
Yeah.
vice
Right.
versa, but that's
yeah,
good though.
I don't know. I think it's just like I don't know. It's a hit or miss on TikTok. Sometimes
really is.
sometimes you go viral, sometimes you don't.
You know, they're trying to
Yeah.
ban it.
Yeah.
They need to stop. Well, that's where I do my dancing videos. They better stop playing
So
with me.
what kind of dancing do you do?
Hip hop
Everything.
dancing, everything, honestly.
Okay.
Let me not say everything because I don't be doing like the lyrical dancing and shit like that.
Right.
I'm not, closed minded to it, but
Right.
I love doing all types of dances, honestly. I've been dancing all my life. Everybody knows that.
Right.
So like now, I dance for a certain artist, like not like crazy artists, but like, I would say like state known
Okay.
artists, things like that.
Right.
And I'm trying to expand that. So I try to go to different dance studios. I actually just went to one of my favorite dance studios in February.
Okay.
I went to LA for the first time.
Okay.
And I went to the dance studio, had the best experience ever.
Was it the one where that girl is and she do all the videos with everybody?
Yes, the LA playgrounds.
Yeah, see?
Yes. Queens and Letos, what's her name? Aaliyah.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I went there. She wasn't
Present.
She wasn't present.
Okay.
It was actually a male choreographer. He was amazing. But like right now, like my goal, I want to travel to different dance studios. I want to be able to just like
Well, you're in New York.
Show
Being that you
that.
don't like New York, we have like the Alvin Ailey, we got Greer Studios and stuff like that where there's a lot of dances. I know a couple dances, they do music videos with like Lola Brooke and everything like
Really?
that. I'll probably, I could show you her page and everything like that. Maybe you
Yes.
connect. And they do, is this guy out there named, Young Barbecue?
yeah, she's from St. Pete.
Right.
She's
So
crazy.
her-
For real, I told my sister that the other day. I'm like, bro, she lives in St. Pete.
Yeah, and her brother is a choreographer as well. So and he does classes and everything out there, I believe, as well. Yep.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I know a little bit. I film like a lot of promos and stuff like that has dance and stuff in there as well.
Yeah, man, I'll bust a move. You feel
Right.
me? I'm still trying to get this Afrobeat dancing stuff down for real.
Okay. Got you. All right. So I guess that was a good conversation. This is Conversations on Film with Beats on Film with Shatek, and on the FlipDaNetwork version of it today. I want to thank y'all guys for coming through and having this conversation. And you can leave us with all of your social medias.
All right, well, y'all can follow me on Instagram at chinkchinkforreal _ the number 4. And then on TikTok, you can find me at chinkbaby _
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on Instagram at Ryah Statum, RYAAHSTATUM, and on TikTok as R Statum.
Okay.
I'm on Instagram. My Instagram name is Mari MARII 76.
Is it 2
It's
M's?
MMRE.
M.
MM. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You have
I
2
don't
M's.
even know it.
It's like
her
M.
Instagram is MMMadi76.
Only one M. M. Madi with 2 I's 76.
There you go.
Come on now, get y'all shit right.
All right.
Right. Wow.
You got TikTok?
I don't even know.
You got TikTok.
I do have a
She be
TikTok.
making TikTok videos.
I love TikTok. It's just Marisol Miranda.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, guys. And we out.
Thank you.
Peace.
Whoa, Shatek.